One of the best notes in a summer fragrance, in my opinion, is grapefruit. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 separate fragrances that have a prominent note of grapefruit in them. I'm going to be going over how long they last, their projection longevity, and how they differ from the other fragrances that are on the list. And I'll also be telling you guys my favorite on this list. But on that note, let's get into it. Now, a lot of you guys probably think that all I wear are these summer fresh aquatic style fragrances, but tonight I'm wearing this fragrance called Eau de Bac by Emeraude. The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because I want to know what your scent of the day was. So comment down below and let's talk about it. But into this list of 5 fragrances that have the prominent note of grapefruit. So the first fragrance that I have here that I'm going to go over with you real briefly, it's not going to be drawn out because it's a pretty simple fragrance. It is by Demeter. It's called Pink Grapefruit. Now this is a great fragrance that can honestly be layered with any of these 5 on this list. It is a fantastic grapefruit note in there. To me, on my skin, coming off my skin, I get a bit of a soapy grapefruit with this. The performance isn't the best, but like I said, this is more of a layering fragrance than anything. It's also a fantastic grapefruit note. If you are familiar with the grapefruit note of fragrances, this one is not grade A kind of tier. Hence why I'm talking about it first. I'm basically at number 5. It is just, in my opinion, a great layering fragrance. So take in mind that you could layer this with any of these on this list to kind of enhance that grapefruit note. Again, guys, that is Demeter Pink Grapefruit. And to number 4 on this list is going to be a fragrance by the house of Guerlain. It is leaning a bit feminine to my nose. It's not hyper feminine by any means, but it's definitely not super masculine. It's not something that has that masculine punch to it. It has a very strong, very realistic note of grapefruit in the opening, along with some, I believe it's white florals, some muscus there. Just give it a little bit different than your casual run-of-the-mill grapefruit kind of fragrance. But it is enjoyable. It's something that I don't necessarily wear often. I use this legitimately as a room spray because it is pretty cheap. I honestly wear the Demeter more than this one, but this scent is just, it's more natural smelling than the grapefruit Demeter. But that is Aqua Allegoria Pampelune. And as you'll see here, it's a very cool bottle with a nice little golden metal thing up here, but you'll see that it doesn't quite stay in place. Little cap right here, comes off pretty easily, and a really good atomizer. So yeah, this is nice. It just reminds me of like a super nice hotel. If the hotel had like a super nice hotel had like grapefruit air fresheners, this is what I imagine that smelling like. It has a really clean kind of scent to it, very almost soapy in a way, but it's very, very nice. It's so close to the actual smelling of a grapefruit with those added nuances that give it just a bit more depth to it. But again, this is not one that I really wear much on my skin. The performance isn't the best, but if you were inside where your body isn't necessarily heating up a whole lot, this one would be a pretty smart reach to go with if you want to wear something that has grapefruit in it. But again, it definitely leans a bit more feminine than it does masculine. It's sold as a unisex, but it does lean, to me personally, a bit more feminine than anything. Again, that is Pampelune by Guerlain. If I'm saying that wrong, sorry. And next is going to be one of my favorite summer fragrances that I have in my entire collection. It's going to be one that the opening's nice, the dry down's nice. It's quite similar to a fragrance that I just mentioned, but the floral aspect somehow was made and blended with the grapefruit to give it a actually masculine vibe to it somehow. Number 3 is going to be Lacoste Blanc. And guys, this is one that's very heavy. This one, the grapefruit note in this leans more towards the Demeter grapefruit than it does the Guerlain. In the sense of that is definitely synthetic. It's not a super natural grapefruit scent to it, but it is relatively affordable, nice, and it is very complimenting kind of fragrance. And on my skin, this actually lasts quite a while. This lasts longer than the other 2 on this list, for sure, without a doubt. The sweet grapefruit combined with the white florals in this fragrance really make it very inviting and just very appealing to people that are around you. And this is one that you can spray heavy, guys. You can put on 8 to 10 sprays of this and go out of the house and be just fine. Out in the heat, you might get 3 to 4 hours with this, but inside you'll get 6 to 8, in my opinion, from my experience with this, with an awesome blend of your grapefruit and your florals. Again, guys, that is Lacoste Blanc. Now, next on this list is going to be the most realistic grapefruit scent on this entire list. It's going to be one that, if you're a big fan of grapefruit, this is all you need to go for with it, guys. This is all you need. This is all you need. It's one that it doesn't quite last as long as you want it to last, but again, that's if you're outside in the heat. If you're inside, this last just fine. This brand is not known for its longevity. It's known for its quality, from my understanding. The note in this one is going to be, I believe it's the ruby grapefruit, not pink grapefruit. I'm not sure what the major difference is there, but that fragrance is by Atelier cologne, pomelo paradis, which you'll see right there, guys. Again, this is this little bottle here, but the cool thing about this, guys, is that it came in this little travel thing here. And so you'll see it says Georgia Gent right there. It makes this one pretty cool to wear when I do wear it, because I can just splash it on, see my YouTube name, I'm good to go. Now, number 1 on this list. It's gonna have the note of grapefruit. It's gonna have the note of ginger as well in it. So it's not just strictly a grapefruit fragrance. And when I spray it, I'm not spraying it because I necessarily just want grapefruit. I'm spraying it because I like grapefruit note, but that's not the first thing that comes to mind when I get this fragrance. First thing that comes to my mind when I suppose this fragrance is gonna be your cardamom and your ginger. That's accompanied by the grapefruit. It gives it that fresh oomph to it. The number 1 on this list is gonna go to L'Homme Ultime. Now guys, if you're tired of me talking about this in my list, just know it's been discontinued and this won't be around much longer, guys. But guys, that is that. I hope you've enjoyed this brief video and it's been somewhat informative to you. If you've tried any of these fragrances that I've listed, comment down below. I want to hear your experience with them. Guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I'll see you all next time.